There's nobody in the community. Everybody is scared. Everybody have packed his family. They have left the community.
I'm very shocked about the news. You understand? As a human being, because if my family was there, so I don't know what the situation I'm going to be now.
When I saw motorbike en masse coming, three people on army uniform, all of them with rifle, AK-47. They are passing. I was are these soldiers? Not until when I saw one with this wrapper that was wrapped on their head. I have to run and hide myself.
The bandit actually entered Kwara around 5 p.m. They entered straight to the village head palace.
So they are on this revenge mission now, wherever it is. They are massacred in Anambra, they are massacred in Oyo, they are massacred in North Central, they are massacred everywhere. They respect now no religion, they respect no ethnicity. What they want is we must live, or we all live together, or nobody lives.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News Gist and Blog. Nigeria is bleeding. When I mean bleeding, from insecurity, there is nothing that you can tell me that this APC government will ever do to eradicate the insecurity that is before Nigeria. I know most of you must have heard the gist, the disheartening news that happened in Kwara State. Now we're going to deliberate on it from the little information that we have so far. Now, it is no longer news that over 160-something souls been massacred in Kwara State. First of all, I stumbled across this particular video from this eyewitness. What he narrated in this particular video drew my attention to do research about the whole incident, and I want you guys to watch it. We'll be right back.
The bandit actually entered Kwara around 5 p.m. They entered straight to the village head palace. They did not meet him at home. They met his family. They killed 2 of his children, abducted the second wife and 3 children. Entered the community, kill indiscriminately. They killed male, female, children. All the residential. They killed almost everybody. They killed over.
Nigeria is once again grappling with the aftermath of a deadly assault on 2 villages in the western state of Kwara. Nearly 200 people were reportedly killed when gunmen stormed the communities on Tuesday evening. Families are mourning the victims as burials take place across the affected areas. How is Nigeria responding to these attacks? And are militant groups gaining ground once more? DW's Olisa Chukuma reports.
In response to Tuesday's attacks on the villages of Woro and Nuku, President Bola Tinubu has ordered the immediate deployment of an army battalion under the counter-offensive operation known as Operation Savannah Shield. So what do we know so far about the incident? Officials say the assault claimed nearly 200 lives. Homes and shops were burnt, and many residents fled. Authorities have attributed the attack to jihadist groups linked to ISIS. Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak, who visited the affected communities, stated that 75 local Muslims were massacred in cold blood simply for refusing to surrender to extremists promoting a strange doctrine. How significant are these latest attacks? Attacked by insurgency from Islamist militants and a spike in kidnappings from ransom criminal gangs. For years, so-called bandits operated largely in the northwest, but the activities have spread to other regions, including Kwara State. The Kwara attack is one of several incidents reported across northern Nigeria in recent days, sparking anger and concern among citizens.
Hearing this is a very bad thing because I actually felt like these things happen in Nigeria, which means there is nowhere safe actually in Nigeria. That the security and the government should do something whereby this thing can be figured out and take responsibility and immediate action that this can actually stop.
I'm very shocked about the news. You understand? As a human being, because if my family was there, so I don't know what the situation I'm going to be now. But I believe in Nigeria government, everything is going to be okay.
So this is where we buried the mass burial we did because of resources. So here we buried 50, then the other one 27. So there are other graveyard. There's the one Christian they're using here. There's other one in the down there. There are 2.
When I saw motorbike en masse coming, three people on army uniform, all of them with rifle, AK-47. But they are passing. I was like, are these soldiers? Not until when I saw one with this wrapper that was wrapped on their head. I have to run and hide myself. In fact, they started chasing people, catching people, tied them by their back like this, putting them like in some of layers. In fact, before 30 minutes, we just hear pa 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 pa. They are shooting them on their heads. My my son is abducted. My friend has been killed, and my family about 12 were killed. Yeah, 12 were killed in my family. So all in all, what we buried now from yesterday to today, we buried about 178 now.
Now you listen to what he said. When I start digging deeper to these Kwara State issues, you know that it was the said Kwara State last year, I think about 2 months ago, when some worshippers were abducted, over 38 worshippers. Just as you are seeing on this video, we abducted a lot of people, you know, called from international body. A lot of Nigerians showed concern before the state governor allegedly paid some ransom in order to release the people. Just a twinkle of our eyes, they said this one that recently happened because the people of the village refused to succumb to Sharia law, and that led to the massacre. Now, before we move further to this gist, I want you guys to watch what Arise TV News said in all of this. We'll be right back.
Well, the U.S. has sent a small team of troops to Nigeria. General Dagvin Anderson, in charge of the U.S. command for Africa, said yesterday the first acknowledgement of U.S. forces on the ground since Washington struck by air on Christmas Day. Reuters earlier reported that the U.S. had been conducting surveillance flights over the country from Ghana since at least late November. The top general said the U.S. team was sent after both countries agreed that more needed to be done to combat the terrorist threat in West Africa. Anderson did not provide further details about the size and scope of their mission, the Reuters report added. Defense Minister Christopher Musa confirmed that the team was working in Nigeria but did not provide further details, Reuters said. A former U.S. official said the U.S. team appeared to be heavily involved in intelligence gathering and enabling Nigerian forces to strike terrorist-affiliated groups. In other news, President Bola Tinubu...
Conflicting figures in terms of casualties, even if it was one life or two that was lost, that would still be a cause for concern. Some people are reporting about 170 persons killed overnight in Kwara community. And, you know, the report also says the security agencies were informed, and yet the killing went on overnight, and the people did not receive any help. And now, as an afterthought, the Nigerian government is sending a whole battalion to come and help. After people have been killed, the community has been destroyed. Now, just tell us, you know, what is the truth about these details? The number of persons killed, is it true also that the security agencies were informed ahead of time and they refused to cooperate? And at 3, that in fact the head of the community reported to the security agencies and that this is a case of sabotage. Because we're told that the terrorists are alleging that why would the village head go and inform state agencies that they were coming, and then in retaliation they killed so many people. Now those are the basic details we want to hear about.
Dr. Abati, the problem is that for every time the security agency and the government has to be correct 100% of the time. Unfortunately, as much as they try their best, as much as security agencies try their best, we unfortunately have this kind of incident occasionally. We are talking about Kayama here, which is about 3 times the size of Lagos State. It's a very vast area of land, and the security agency continue to do their best. But of course, we always need more hands. We always need more boot on the ground. And we are glad that the president has approved a new layer of military presence in the axis. As regard the issue of casualty, what we are able to confirm at the moment from the military commander who is in charge of the axis, that initially he counted 64 and then additional 9 were also brought forward, and that was as of yesterday morning, and that brings the tally to 75. That is what we are able to confirm at the moment. Some people have spoken about some corpses in the bush and all of that, but we have not been able to confirm that. But like you mentioned, like you rightly mentioned, even a single life is one loss too many, and we are very, very sad about all of this.
Very sad, so sorry, Rafiu. Please confirm to me, Rafiu. They said the attack started by 5 p.m. and these criminals and terrorists continued till about 4 a.m. to 5 the following day. So they had 12 hours non-stop to decimate and destroy the community. Please confirm to me, when did the state government get their first distress call if the attack started by 5 p.m. the day before and they killed till about 5 a.m. the following morning?
Immediately, the government got a distress call about the unfortunate incident.
They said the American troops, which is the U.S., recently sent some mini troops to Nigeria to help to cope and combat this insurgency that is before Nigeria. You know, Donald Trump have been ranting and making all kinds of threats to Nigeria, declaring them a country of particular concern. All of us show concern to say, Trump, come and invade us, come and fight for us. We need this. We need to end this insurgency. Unfortunately, he sent his troop, and they came. The very day they came, I think 2 days later, that was when this attack that happened in Kwara State happened. Nobody in this life can explain Nigeria to you. The more you try to understand this country, the deeper it becomes confusing to you. Do you know that, according to the little information that we gathered, that just as you have also heard, they said these bandits came to Kwara State simply because the people in that village refused to absorb, to accept, or to bow to Sharia law. For that reason, they massacred them. My question is, who not told you it's because of the Sharia law? Maybe simply they came, they were telling people, abide by the rules of Sharia, or pay tax like what the jihad said. If you don't do this, oh, you don't do it, bah, 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 bah. Do you know what it takes to take a soul of 160 something? Some people said 170. The government says it's not up to, maybe now one not to reach, whatever it is, but we all agree that it is above 160. Just imagine in your place of work, in your schools, in your church, anywhere you are, count the numbers of souls that are there. It will not even up to 40. Talk more about, some people will say 160. That is a full generation that will wipe out by these gruesome, heartless souls. In the said Kwara State, for you to know that our government is complicit in none of this, in the said Kwara State, these 3 Miheti Allah leaders were recently arrested by security agency, given to our authority for persecution. Do you know that these people were among those informants sponsoring perpetrators of these bandits before they arrested them? But until now, we were waiting for at least an actions to send those people a message. But you know, Nigeria, the case was swept under carpet. Just between the space of time, a lot of you have been seeing videos of Shai Gumi, just like this, saying that Fulani Herdsmen normally don't buy people. They abduct people. They take them to the forest. Oh, it is because the military provoked them. It is because you did this. But I want you guys to watch this video. I will be right back.
When we all know bandits initially, they don't kill people like that. They kidnap people to get money. The kind representative is talking about military actions. What we need to do is to build, like the Global Peace Foundation and Vision Africa, what they have been doing around the world, like building homes and schools, giving locals animals to breed, giving them medical attention, planting and engaging the community. This is all what we need to do with the Fulani Herdsmen to get them piped down and drop their weapons. This is all what we need. And we don't have to wait for government. But when you say kill them, and the next thing they do is revenge. So they will come to the road and revenge and kill you. So they are on this revenge mission now, wherever it is. They are massacred in Anambra, they are massacred in Oyo, they are massacred in North Central, they are massacred everywhere. They respect now no religion, they respect no ethnicity. What they want is we must live, or we all live together, or nobody lives. So we want to change the language, the narrative. Let's engage them. Let's bring them from third-class citizens to even a second-class citizen. And you'll see the difference. But let me tell you, every criminal has a justification for his crime.
Now, you listen to what Shaigumi said. Now, I would like to draw his attention to this Kwara state. If Fulani Herdsmen don't buy people, so what just happened? Because you know how to defend Fulani Herdsmen, Akada, Iswap, Jaidis, Hisbam, all of these people, all of them, you know how to defend them. Oh, they did not just become harm. Oh, it is because Nigerian military buy their leader. Now, what prompted Nigerian military to buy their leader if they were not carrying harm? They started executing people, setting bomb in Yaya market and all of that. That was the reason that prompted the Nigerian military to go after their leader and buy them before all of this. But the Chaigumi will never agree that that was the reason. He just said that the leader were just sleeping at home. The Nigerian government came to buy him. The Nigerians have been calling for the arrest of Chaigumi, but it seems to be that the Nigerian government don't care. The Nigerian government is still playing politics with this insecurity that is before Nigeria. The reason I'm saying this is that the keynotes, the leaders, the perpetrators, the sponsorer that they are up to be going after, they are not going after them. The people that they are going after is just the main boys. Were you not aware? Sometimes, I think last month, it was in January, when Nigerian military dismissed some soldiers who they claim allegedly refused to cease fire for buying Fulani. This is a battlefield. These people, they exchange bullets. This one, they exchange. Military, they exchange. All of them, they exchange. Now, when the military were overpowering these people, this one said they want to submit. Some group of military said, no, this is not time to submit. They start buying them. Then because of that, they dismiss these soldiers. This is the Nigeria that we are. Anytime you arrest the Fulani Herdsmen, within a trickle of an eye, they release them. Now, tomorrow you will hear peace deal. Before you get some from your peace deal, these people will come and massacre the large numbers of people because they know that your security agency cannot do anything. I'm not trying to blame those soldiers in the field, but I'm blaming their commander, their brigadier, and the Oga, whoever that is above the brigadier that is giving them authority not to harm these people. If you ask the soldiers, they will say, our duty is to arrest these people and hand over them to the appropriate authority for persecutor, which is the court. Oh, whatever the court do, it is no longer within their jurisdiction. But that leads to another question. Why can't you neutralize them? Why must you not arrest these people and hand over them to the corrupt judiciary? Every day, Nigerian life become meaningless by these Fulani Herdsmen. But the leaders of our country, the top leaders of our government, they know these people, but they refuse to go after these people. They're just playing politics with everybody's life. Anyway, I'm going to rest my case here. And why I asked you guys this question, what are your thoughts regarding to this issue? Should we just fold our hands and wait in 2027 to vote? Remember that in the parliament, they're also debating, saying that, oh, there is no need of transmitting results. This 2027 will just cut down by our tongue by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we write down. The people are saying they should transmit results. The Senate or God say, maybe they don't transmit any results. We'll count down with tongue. That's what they are deliberating now, electoral reform. Anyway, I will rest my case here while I wait for you guys in the comment section to tell us the way out of this menace. Until we meet again, peace out.